You know what the funny thing is, Mumi? People always say, it's not what people say, it's what they do. I always say this in this situation, it is what they say. A man will have you in matching pajamas. You will be on a Christmas card with your bonus kids and that man's mother, and y'all will be taking trips and all of these things. And he will tell you that he's not looking for a relationship, but what he does with you is everything but that. Listen to what these men say, because it's much easier to say something than to do something. Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to Dear Tisia and our new channel, okay? We have a couple of subscription reminders, and that is to follow Dear Tisia podcast on Apple and Spotify. Make sure you hit the follow button so you can get updates on every time I drop a new episode. Leave a 5-star review. 5, because clearly you're enjoying this. You're back again. Subscribe to the Relationship Restored and the Dear Tisia YouTube channel. So subscribe to Relationship Restored and the Dear Tisia YouTube channel. It is under Tisia XVS. Our goal is 50,000 followers on Apple Podcasts. 1,000 reviews. We are already over 500, so we crushed that goal. We're creeping up to 1,000. Y'all taking too long, okay? Leave a review. You're watching anyway. Leave a review. Thank you. And we need 100,000 subscribers on both channels, which I think is totally doable. And now we're going to introduce our peanut gallery, which is our good sis Mumeen back again. First of all, I just want y'all to know that her outfit is fire right now. This is also she's my fragrance friend. She's my fashion friend. She's also my content creator friend. Okay. And I hope y'all can see from head to toe that my friend, the first outfit she had on last episode, I thought I was going to bite that. So yeah, I will be copying that outfit expeditiously. Okay. Fall is upon us. But if y'all don't know, I met Mumina on Ready to Love. So she is technically my castmate turned dear friend, and she lives down the street. Besties for life. Okay. So we have a listener review. Obsessed. This is from Call Me Camille. I originally came across to see it on IG, and the timing was perfect. The way that she brings positivity, encouragement, and realness to the girls is genuine and spot on. Wishing you unlimited success. P.S. I love the fragrance segment, but my budget doesn't. And I need to do a budget friendly option. I will. Can you have a monthly giveaway for the girlies? Just asking. LOL. Love you lots. Y'all know I'm the queen of a gift, like giving a gift. Okay, so say less. This fragrance, which you'll see later, is actually budget friendly. So let's get into it. Thanks for listening. Our first Dear Tisia call in is helping him heal. But what if he doesn't choose me?
Dear Tisia, I recently started talking to a guy that was recommended by a friend because he was a nice guy that this person felt I would really hit it off with. Our relationship started off very sexual in the beginning, and I was cool with that. But I am a Christian, and deep down inside, I do want a Christian man that is pursuing Christ. So, very naturally, on his own, he started talking to me more about wanting to grow closer to Christ. And I've been basically helping him do that. And so he's told me that he's not ready for a relationship right now because of all the things that he is working on spiritually, emotionally, just past traumas, all the things. But I still find myself falling for him because our emotional intimacy has greatly increased and we talk every day about really deep things. So my question is, do I continue to date knowing that he's not ready for a relationship, even though I am seeing qualities that I would really want in a husband? Because my biggest fear is that I'll do all these things, help him, and he'll become the man that he wants to be, and then decide that he doesn't want to be with me. So what should I do? Thank you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was not enough. I'm so tired of these niggas that's not ready for a relationship. I don't understand why y'all keep dealing with these men. Literally, this is a snooze fest. I am legit so tired of men that y'all give the whole horse and the cow to, and then they talking about something they're not ready for a relationship. But you know what was interesting about this actual caller is that it says that she's helping him on his spiritual journey. Girl, you a little too far from the cross yourself. Why you out here trying to help somebody else? Talking about it started off sexual. And this ain't no shade, no judgment, okay? Okay, no judgment. It started off sexual. Now he's saying he wants to grow closer to Christ, and you're helping him do that. While he growing closer, you helping him grow closer to Christ, and he growing further away from you because he don't want the relationship. Stop making these investments in these men that have not made the investment in you. And let me tell you, this stuff is deeper than that. You're helping a man spiritually who cannot make a commitment to you. Women will give everything. They will go deep down in the valve and the gauge to offer a man something. He can't even make a commitment to you, and you call yourself trying to help him get close to the cross. You get close to the cross, okay? He is not willing to make a commitment to you, so I don't think that you should be helping him do anything. And that's not me being malicious, right? But you have to watch the dog that bring back the bone, okay? You are investing way too much, and although he has characteristics and qualities that you may like, he's telling you that he does not want a relationship. You know what the funny thing is, Mumin? People always say, it's not what people say, it's what they do. I always say this, in this situation, it is what they say. A man will have you in matching pajamas. You will be on a Christmas card with your bonus kids and that man's mother, and y'all will be taking trips and all of these things. And he will tell you that he's not looking for a relationship, but what he does with you is everything but that. Listen to what these men say, because it's much easier to say something than to do something. It's not about what people do, especially for men in this situation. It's about what they say. So while you out here being his prayer warrior, he is telling you that he's not looking for a relationship. Cut it off. You clip. You got to let it go. Stop making these investments with men that are not willing to even be in a relationship with you. That's really just that. Now he's saying he's not ready for a relationship due to healing and growth. And the question was, but what if he doesn't choose me? He hasn't chosen you already. He got all that he wanted. You said it started off very sexual. He got all that he wanted. Now he want to be closer to the cross. And you call yourself helping him with that, but he doesn't want a relationship. Girl, you've been bamboozled, tricked. You've been tricked and bamboozled. Should you keep dating someone who openly says they're not ready for a relationship?
You ready for me?
Yes.
Are we still on the same young lady?
This is the same young lady?
Okay, let's just talk about the beginning of the thing. I don't know how she's leading him to Christ and leading him between her legs. That's the first contradiction. If you really want to lead by example, you would have to stop that if you're trying to really show him what a godly lifestyle looks like. I understand that it happened. This is no judgment. Y'all have fun one night, slid into it, got you. But he's probably going to leave you for a God-fearing woman who's really living the life. He's probably going to marry somebody from Sunday school because it's like, okay, she's living this thing. So that's the first thing that she would have to kind of like change. The other thing is, this is sounding real girlfriend-ish. And I understand how it can feel when you've never really learned how to date, because I didn't know how to date. Y'all are just dating and y'all doing all of that. Not just the sex piece, the everyday piece, the emotional closeness. I'm walking him through his relationship with Christ and he's made no commitment. Those are benefits that would come to somebody who has committed to me. And so she's positioning herself to be all things in order for him to choose her. We do that all the time and we have to stop.
We have to stop. And I'm going to tell you this. It never pays off.
No.
It never pays off. When they do get to where they are, they actually date somebody, to your point, that's closer in proximity to where they are. then.
Yeah.
And so you build them up and you build them up and you build them
Yeah.
up. And then the payout is they're going to date somebody that's closer in proximity to where they are now at that point than when you started to build that up. And I think
Yeah.
that it's not to say that you can't, that if you invest in a man, right, that he's just gonna leave you, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it's not to say that. I think
Right.
that it could, but this is also, again, you need one thing, and that's for him to be sure. He's not sure. I
Yeah.
know plenty of women met their husbands when they didn't make any money.
Listen.
Okay. They was living in a, you know what I'm saying, a shack, living with their mamas, all
Yeah.
type of stuff. And both of them were sure about each other and they went and built up. This man can't even make a commitment to you, and you talking about you trying to help him on his healing
Yeah.
journey.
It's like a nurse having sex with her patient. She has to stop.
You heard that. You gotta stop.
Yeah.
You gotta stop.
Yeah.
You know, and how do you protect your heart while emotionally investing in someone's healing? I always say this. You cannot inherit somebody's grace from their journey, right? A lot of y'all are trying to do life with somebody and it's not your life to do with, right?
Yeah.
You have to let people experience their own journey. And a lot of y'all's investment is so that you can inherit the grace from somebody else's life, and it's not yours to inherit.
So good.
You want to invest in his healing so it then in turn rolls off to you.
Yeah.
And we have to remember that even in partnerships, somebody's journey, somebody's calling on their life, somebody's grace that they're going to get from the good Lord above is not yours to inherit.
Yeah.
Now goodness from somebody can rub off on you. And that's why you see a lot of, and I know we throw this word around a lot, but a lot of narcissism, a lot of people that are sinking their teeth into people because they actually do want to inherit your life and your goodness. And a husband can inherit goodness from his wife. Okay. That grace will roll over, and that's just
that's biblical.
That's biblical, okay? You can't, but you are trying. So many people want to be so invested in people's journey. Let these people live their journey alone. Let them walk through life alone. It's not for you to live. You can't go through all of my stripes and my struggles. And even if you lay next to me as my husband or I as your wife, I cannot live your journey with you.
Yeah. I think we're trying to be people's God. And to your point, even when you get married, we can't be moving like that. You still have a responsibility to make sure that you are stewarding your own life separate from your even spouse.
Yes,
properly.
From your spouse.
You have your own calling that you had before you met this person when you were born into the earth. At the end of it all, you're going to have to answer for your life. Your spouse won't even be there by you.
Hello.
So I think it's these girlfriends and these dating, whatever, trying to position themselves like forever partners before we even get there and thinking that's what it looks like. But even when you get there, that's still the wrong mindset.
And a man is going to appreciate that rocking you. And it's so silent. That's what women have so much power. And the strength that a man sees in you is oftentimes not even spoken or done. Yes. And that's a whole nother episode. That's not even spoken or done. As women, so much time, we always want to give, you want to build a man up. You want to write his resume. You want to buy him a suit for the interview. You want to make sure he's healing. You want to take him to go to therapy. You want to get him a new job. You want to do all of these things. And I'm telling you, the woman that they really got their eye on is the one they're powerful in silence. It's just like a rock. And they just know that, like, you ain't even got to do all of that, baby girl. I'm telling you, I learned that many, many moons ago. You ain't even got to do all of that. And they're more attracted to the woman that's not doing all of that.
Yeah, the one who will get silent and disappear because she stopped awarding bad behavior. That's the one where he's like, wait a minute.
The one
she loves herself.
Right.
Maybe I should love her too. That's how it goes, right?
That's it. Let that man heal in silence, sis, and move on. And you get closer to the cross.
Yeah.
And close the doors. I said close the doors. Anyways, voicemail number 2, Dear Tisia. He has the bag. But do we even connect?
Hey Tisia, I recently started dating this guy who makes 150 to $175,000. He's been on his job 20 years. He has multiple homes, 3 cars, no car payment, a 750 plus credit score, a year's worth of his salary saved. He has all of the 401ks maxed out. So there aren't any issues there, but he does not have a degree. He is a blue collar worker. So I would love your thoughts on dating a blue collar worker. Also, I feel like our conversations are not as in depth because of that, or life experiences maybe, but he has his passport. He is willing to travel and wants to see the world, and I think that maybe that could help change some insights that he may have. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
She said, hold on. 150 to 175,000. He has a year's worth of his salary saved. He has three houses, 2 vehicles, if I remember correctly. And you talking about he's blue, he doesn't have a degree. Send him over here. Send him over here. Who cares? He's doing more for himself than half these niggas with a degree anyway. Now, what I will say is that I have found a disconnect with some men that have not went to college. Sometimes they just, it's just a couple gaps in conversation. Yeah. He got a 750 credit score. Send the man over here. I don't see a thing. She basically said the conversation lacked depth, possibly due to differences in life experiences or education. We just had this conversation about like what a woman can bring. And I'm gonna tell you this. This is just your time to shine, sis. He got everything else. He gonna provide. He's doing well for himself. He's actually beat the odds. I love a man. I love an underdog. I love a no degree having high earner. Okay. I love a no degree having high earner. A nigga that dropped out of school and look, ended up on top. These are the ones. You can bring that classy, elegant, collegial talk to this conversation, right? You could brush it up a little bit. And to be honest with you, it sound like he gonna be brushing you up. I bet you ain't got 175,000 saved. I don't
need the child.
That sounds like a good deal to me. Yeah. Now, emotional and intellectual connection. So basically, she's saying that because she's doubting if the financial stability is enough when emotional and intellectual connection feels uncertain. What I will say is that the money is not enough. The money is not enough. And I know the craziest thing is that y'all always hear me talk about money, 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 and how I'm not dating no broke man. But I think that we don't talk enough about how the money comes with so much other stuff. I'm not taking money and he's treating me terribly. Right. He's disrespecting me. He doesn't have great ethics and morals. And the goal is to let women know that they can get both. I don't know if I could sit on the other side of that phone without an emotional and intellectual connection. Like when I tell you I am a sapio so badly, a man that's smart.
Beautiful thing.
Let me tell you this. The only thing that my exes have in common is that they all were very smart men. I'm talking about leader of the pack, renegade, rule breaker. Like they were all just ahead of the class, all of them. That's the only thing. Everything else, tall, bald, short, fat, skinny, anything. None of it else is none of it is consistent. But what is consistent is that they were very smart men. I think I would struggle if I didn't have an intellectual connection with this person. Damn, that's really kind of messed up.
I know. There's a lot you could hear in her voice when she was explaining this, almost like she knew this isn't enough to make this a deal breaker. So I was going to start answering somewhere else. Yeah. But then when you brought up the emotional piece, I don't know how much of that is really a thing, because I also feel like she's searching for things not to possibly work because she's not used to this type of packaging. She also sounds like she wants somebody who's just like her, and we don't always need that. Like what we want is not always what we need.
That is
And
so
God
good.
could really be trying to do something else and
Yes.
expose her and show her something else
Yes.
by sending her somebody who is not those other things that she just said. Like you just said, maybe that's a space where she could add in. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And it's
Yes.
like, would you rather have the guy that had that whole portfolio that you listed and he cheats on you because he thinks he's the prize? Would you rather that, or would you rather have this guy who maybe can't keep up with you, you know, intellectually? So I think that's interesting. I used to walk around all the time and say that this is the type of man I want. I want a boss. I wanted this. I wanted this. I wanted this. And it was just like, yeah, but what is best for you? Because what if that's actually not really compatible for you or where you're going? She doesn't even know where she's going or where her life is going to lead. Maybe this guy's going to be a better fit and he can support her better. You just never know.
And I think too is that what I also pick up is that sometimes, and it may be, but also because like the lack of college degree and that he's a blue collar worker, but she's also positioning herself that like where she's from is like the better or like more favored than where he is. Let me tell you something. Some things that I've learned from a blue collar worker. Once upon a time, child, I used to date this man that worked for, I think it was like FedEx or UPS. First of all, he was the most generous man I ever dated. He gave me more money than a nigga that was driving a Maserati. He would always just twos and fuse. But I feel like he taught me a lot about resilience. He taught me a lot about like return on investment. Like it was like, you know, I always say, look, a drug dealer is the first businessman. A drug dealer is the first entrepreneur, okay?
Fair.
And so these men that be out here trapping like that, working hard, hustling, they will teach you so much about life and grit.
good.
And so while you think you like, well, he doesn't have a college degree, you could be missing out on a lot. Like these blue collar men have taught me so much, and I ain't never opposed, baby. I love a tool belt and a work boot.
Period. Work on me. Period.
I love a tool belt and a work boot. Like these men, and again, I mean, this is a great package. Like
I
he's
know. It sounded like
3
it.
homes,
Right.
hit a year worth of his savings.
I think
Year
she's
salaries and savings.
looking. I think she's trying to find. It's making me wonder if her family would not approve, or if there's some type of elitism, something going on, and she's like, "Can I bring him home? What would people think?" Did you see that movie with Sanaa Lathan? And she was dating.
Oh yes,
What is
like
it
the
called?
bus driver? What's he,
Yeah,
the
but it
bus
was about
driver?
hair, I think.
Oh,
And like,
yes,
remember,
yeah.
she was dating this really wealthy, probably educated guy,
yes.
and it just wasn't working or
And
connecting.
she fell in love.
She fell in love with this guy who was a hairdresser, but worked hard, was a great father. She brought him home, and it was an issue.
Yes.
And, you know, the dynamics we're talking about here.
Well, I find blue collar men to be more charming.
Yeah.
They're more well rounded. They're more they be cool as hell. Like they
Yeah.
just down to earth. Like
Yeah.
I have found them to be honestly just more enjoyable and palatable, and also like less judgy. Like you
Yeah.
get with these corporate dudes that's high up, and like you said, they think they the prize,
Yes.
and they got you auditioning. Let me tell you this: ain't nothing wrong with a FedEx driver that think you his Michelle Obama.
Kim
Dumb man would
Kardashian, any of the things.
dumb man will treat you like the queen of the earth, Queen Sheba. That's hard, but I think the emotional, intellectual thing lacking that would be tough for me.
Those are two different things, and I didn't know that was a part of this situation. So that's why I
Yeah.
said the emotional piece.
But
understand.
I wonder if the lack of the things is making her feel less emotionally connected
Got
to
you.
him. Not that
Got
he
you.
lacks emotional intelligence. I'm not quite
Okay.
sure.
Okay. So it's her possible. She can't connect emotionally
think
because
that's-
of the. Oh, I thought she was saying it was him.
I think she's saying it's a lack of emotional and intellectual connection.
Got it. It's probably what you said.
I think that it's like she's not feeling it in the like she's not feeling like attracted to him in that way, and it's making her feel like less emotionally invested. I would say be the woman that you are. Get off the high horse. Get off the high horse. Well, look at Tabitha Brown. He was a police officer. I think that man made about 60,000. Okay. Look, get off that high horse. I'm gonna tell you, the aura of a woman can change things. Can change things. I was talking to a guy on the phone the other day, and he said that we were talking about something like his favorite wine or his favorite. And I think the selection that he said, I was just like, baby, let me put you on this Sauvignon Blanc. I could put you on this. You know what I'm
Let me
saying?
change your
A cute little
life.
buttery Chardonnay out of Italy. Like
Elevate
you
you.
don't know what a woman could do. So girl,
Yeah.
sounds like a good man, Savannah. Keep your eye on it.
Yeah.
But also, like, again, come down off the high horse and see where you can add value. See where you
Love
can
that.
polish him up.
Yeah, a soft,
And
feminine touch. You could
yeah,
encourage him to go to
expose him
school.
to some things. He got a passport too,
Yeah.
girl. And if you don't, release him to the general public. Truck, look, send him over here. Send him over here. Okay, Dear Tisia number 3, voicemail. He gave me the password. I found out he was cheating.
Dear Tisia, so this guy I started dating, like he was doing everything in the beginning. Like he was taking me out, asking out on dates with flowers, and he even took me shopping. He literally bought me a ring to asked me to be his girlfriend, and he even gave me the password to his phone. So throughout the 3 months we were staying, we didn't sleep together until after he asked me to be his girlfriend. But however, he gave me the password to his phone, so I didn't think nothing much of it. But one night his phone just kept going off, so I checked his phone and like I found out like he was cheating and everything. So I broke up with him, but I just didn't tell him like the real reason we broke up. So he's still to this day, like he's still trying to get back with me, but he doesn't know the real reason like why we broke up. But I just made it seem like it was something else instead of just telling him like I went through his phone, even though he gave me his password. So should I give him another chance? Like he said he wanted to take me out and we could talk about everything and we could do it right this time. But we set a time and a date, and then on that day he said, oh, something came up so he couldn't be able to make it. So I felt, oh, okay, that was like your last chance. And yeah, so how should I consider giving him another chance? Because he's still trying to like move things forward with me.
I think that we give too many chances. And not that cheating has to be a deal breaker, but the people have to make, and I said this before, what kind of deposits did you make in a relationship to make that kind of withdrawal? And a lot of times when a man cheats, it wasn't enough money in the bank to really handle that type of withdrawal. And I mean, she said that he was doing everything right at first, but my thing is now he claims he's trying to win her back, but he missed the date to take her out. And I think she should communicate to him what she saw in the phone. But I just really don't. I don't feel like it's worthy of a second chance. And I know it sounds like cutthroat and just like, oh, you're just going to throw him to the wolves. Like, what about this? But I think there's an opportunity for her to learn how to communicate. I always say how you practice is how you play. And women have to learn how to communicate with a man during conflict. Like, we do not know how to have conflict resolution that's not emotionally loaded or just all of this drama, and like have a true conversation. He gave you his password. Now, I don't know if that was permission to go through it, but he did give you his password. Tell him what you saw. He probably already suspects. He probably already knows, which is why he's trying to win you back. But I would just be interested in what the follow-up has. And before you give people second chances, you have to give receipts. People go off of, he said he's going to do better. He says he's going to do better. Wait until he does better. We give a second chance far too fast. He can make up for his behavior. If you have a conversation with him and you share with him that you found out that he's cheating, there are so many ways without committing to him or giving him another chance that this man can show you that he wants to gain your trust back again.
I agree.
He flaked on the opportunity. He said something came up. Mm-mm. 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 I was just give it time. I think she should give it a little space, but I do firmly think she should communicate to him what she saw in the phone. Women have to grow up. I think that she should work on conflict resolution, and she should also work on expressing herself. You actually violated his privacy and went into his phone, and now you don't want to tell the boy why you broke up with him. It don't make what he did right, but you do have to communicate, and I know this is a cutoff culture, this is a fire fast culture, but you have to learn how to flex that muscle, because you want to know where it's going to show up when you married. when you marry and you don't know how to resolve conflict in your marriage and y'all yelling and screaming and shutting down and sleeping in another bedroom and all type of stuff. You have to learn how to flex that muscle. So it just will be healthy for her to actually calmly communicate to him that you did go through his phone and this is what you saw and this is why you don't want to pursue the relationship anymore. So if you don't do anything, tell that man what you saw in the phone and that you went through his phone.
Yeah.
See how he act after that, y'all? I'm not really big on second chances. Honestly, after infidelity with a boyfriend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Talking about a boyfriend.
Not with a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Also, she didn't know him. Did she say after 2 to 3 months? And then they
She
started
said the
sleeping
first few
together?
months she was, yeah.
Mm.
Also, I cannot express this enough. The man doesn't want the girl that gives him a second chance. He wants the girl that stood on business the first fucking time. I'm telling you. I am telling you, the moment you start giving chance after chance, the respect goes down and down. The hunter and the dopamine that he's getting from the chase and the pursuit goes down and down and down every time you give him a second chance. You want to know what happens to women that give men a second chance over and over and over again? He's so intrigued by the woman that's not answering the phone call. He want to be over there. That's where he want to be. It's so much more exciting. Men love a challenge. This is why men bond through war. This is why men bond through war, okay? Oh, I use this example. If there is a man who's a hunter and he has a moose head and then he's out there in a tent, right? And he's sleeping, he's eating sardines out of a can. He out there in that tent, he getting bit up by bugs or whatever. But it's all so he could catch that moose and he go home with that moose head, right? And he hang it up and he's so proud. Imagine what happens if you drop the moose head on the door and you're like, here you go. Here's the moose head. Nothing is exciting. He didn't go through grit. He didn't go through challenge to get it. He doesn't want it. It's nothing appeasing to him for the moose head because he never fucking fought for it. He never fought for it. Men want to fight for it. They want a challenge. So why you out here being casual, Kathy, okay? And you need to become difficult, Danielle. I promise you, men love a woman that makes them work for it. And so it never works out. Stop with these second chances. I don't know how many times I have to say that. They want the woman that stood on business. They want the woman that left the first time. That's the girl that they want. You never get the reward from giving people second chances. I'm trying to tell you. Anyways, our favorite Btch You Smell Good segment. Okay. This is a OG classic. And this is for all of my floral girls, okay? All of my floral, elegant, classy. This gives like high tea, brunch with the girls, a sexy date night, daytime, though I think it's personally daytime. So this is Lancôme La Vie. I probably purchased this fragrance about 3 to 4 times. It's so funny. One time my friend and I did we do like a birthday exchange. We both brought this
Are you serious?
We both brought this perfume to the dinner as a gift to exchange. So it is just so good. So this is Lancôme La Vie.
Hey Siri, stop.
Siri wanted to get involved.
So this is Lancôme La Vie Estee Belle. This is the Eau de Parfum. The top notes are black currant and pear. The heart notes are iris, orange blossom, and jasmine. The base notes are vanilla, praline, patchouli, and tonka bean. This is just so good. Okay, so this is the pink one. And I'm wearing pink, so. Spray y'all hair. I don't know how much times tell y'all that. Spray y'all hair. Spray the back of them kneecaps. Spray your feet. Can you imagine when you walking? You got to spray your feet.
I spray my bonnet.
Spray up everything. Spray your hair. Spray the back of them kneecaps. And spray your feet, y'all. I promise you. This is an OG classic. Nobody would deny. Nobody would deny. This Lancôme, okay? Nobody would deny it's an OG classic. What you think?
Oh my gosh.
It's too good, baby.
It's
too good. And
summer day.
So good. I have purchased this fragrance probably 3 to 4 times. So many times. Okay.
It do got a little OG on it.
It is OG classic, and it's given just like elevated, sophisticated.
It is.
And it has deep notes like the patchouli, the tonka bean, the vanilla. Anytime vanilla is a base note, period, you're gonna get longevity out of it. But it also has like orange blossom and pear in it. It's so fruity. It's so good. We'll fill yours up before you
I was
leave.
just gonna say, can we
we'll
do a fill
we'll
up?
fill hers up before she
Okay,
leaves.
yes.
Anyways, so good. Lancôme call me. I'm a look.
I know that's right.
I'm a repeated customer. Right. Love that fragrance. Love that fragrance. Okay. For our red flag report. Corny or just confident love? What was said? In a recent interview on The Breakfast Club, Ciara addressed critics who have been labeling her husband, NFL quarterback Russell Wilson, as corny. Rather than engaging, the singer made it clear she wasn't interested in defending him to naysayers. I don't even have to reply to that. I know what I know, and that's all that matters. She didn't stop there. Ciara went on to heap praise on Wilson. He's the most amazing human being you can know and the smartest, most intelligent black man that I've ever known. What you see with him is really who he is. When Charlemagne the God raised the point that some people label Wilson a simp, Ciara didn't hold back. I'm not going to go down a specific lane. Who's the man saying it? She added. Have you ever loved someone right? Have you ever been loved right? People speak out of pocket because they just don't know. She capped it off with grace, offering a blessing instead of aggression. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, but I don't have to live my life to prove anything to anybody. Too bad for them if they want to live life a certain way and love people a certain way. Married since 2016, has it been a long while? Ciara and Russell share 4 children and often emphasize their strong private family foundation. If a man publicly loves, honors, and protects his wife and the internet calls him corny, is the problem really with him or with us? You know what they've been saying? I don't want no more nonchalant men. Get chalant me. Corny man me. I need lover boy energy. I want all the doting. I want all the adoration. Tell me how much you love me, how much you miss. I'm done with the thugs, baby.
Yeah.
We off of that.
Yeah.
We tired.
Yeah. And they're too cool for school.
Too
what
cool
you
for
too
school.
cool for?
Chalant me.
Yeah. We too old
Shout
for
out
this.
to my girl Cash Doll. Chalant me. No, we tired of this. Everybody, we in the corny man phase. Corny.
Period.
I don't find nothing corny about what he's doing. First of all, okay. Additionally, take care of somebody else's son. That's a whole nother thing. Okay. Nothing corny about that. We offer that. We don't want the nonchalant. We don't want the too cool for school. We don't want the I am the prize. We don't want the we don't want that anymore. We don't. I'll take corny any day. Corny man me. Lover boy me. I don't want these men who can't express their emotions, who don't want to tell you, waiting for you to say something. Baby, I don't find nothing wrong with it. And honestly, Ciara has been so graceful, and you could just tell that she has been loved on properly. That girl is in pure bliss. She ain't doing nothing but living life, being a mother, producing music. Okay? She's living a great life.
Period. All we have to do is look at her response. Her response was feminine, elegant, queen-like behavior. Did y'all see how she was moving when she was with that other one? She was way more in her masculine.
Look, and first of all,
you can tell the difference.
You can tell even by the imagery, the outfits.
Listen,
she said she was in a strip club with that man.
You can tell the difference. Who thinks they're the prize and who doesn't. She's now in a space where she's the prize. So she can respond like that. Like, you go do you, I'ma do me. That baby is so at peace. I'll take it.
And you know what's interesting? I heard interviews way back when, I think Ciara talked about it, that once upon a time, Russell's mama wasn't really with it because she had a kid already. So that man stood on business from day one and stepped on her behalf. And said, I don't hear, basically, she is the love of my life. I want to be with her, and that child is mine. That's it. That's all. Because I think the mama wasn't with it. And I think she's really returning the favor. That man came and kept her, okay?
She's well kept. She looks like it.
She looks like it.
Yeah. But you said it earlier. We're so addicted to like toxic, confusing behavior. It equals excitement.
Yes.
It's so sad.
Inconsistency.
The butterflies in our stomach, we're now finding out it's actually anxiety. Like, don't, you know, like, you know what I mean?
Hello.
It's like actually that calm, peaceful, reassuring. I know what I want and I'm going to tell you, love. We don't know what to do with. I told you that personally, that I met somebody that was very, and I said, oh, you a lot. It's giving a lot. It's giving. And it was like, actually, you're so used to being with
men that are
emotionally
starving you
unavailable men.
Yes.
That you don't even know what it feels like to have a man come to you correct. Be intentional.
Be intentional and not plan about you.
So it felt aggressive. It was such a manly response of mine. Ooh. Yes. Ooh. But I didn't know.
So we want simps. We want corny. We want
whatever y'all call it. Hello.
Okay, whatever y'all calling it. We tired. We want that. I don't want to deal with none of these too cool for school men that don't know how to express their emotions. That like literally, I want a lover boy energy.
Yeah, emotionally stunted men is what the too cool. That's all that's going on. They don't know how to express
people
themselves.
Still trying to find out that prayer. Ciara's prayer. Okay. People still trying to find out.
Ciara,
but this is just the era.
She let go of her type. That's what she did. And she was open to healing and allow God to bring somebody who was a little different than what she was used to. That's what she did.
Hit the jackpot. So that shout out to that girl that wrote in. Look what happened with Ciara. Open to something that she wasn't used to. Okay, blue collar. Okay. And look, the man, now she didn't go blue collar. She went NFL. Yeah. But hey, you get the point. Yes. The point is that somebody that's not your type can change your life.
Yes. Remember,
can change your life.
Learning that your type is connected to your trauma is another major eye opener. Like heal and see what your type is now.
Girl, that is so good. Your type is connected to your trauma. When I was dating these men that was ghosting me the same way my father ghosted me. The same way my parents didn't show up. The same way that
so it feels familiar. It feels like love. It feels
good. And you also get like, it feels the exact chaos of you chasing love, chasing attention, chasing, girl, that's your type is attached to your trauma.